Tonight we're going to make an easy card using the Feel Like Home stamp set and the blending brushes to do the coloring instead of using the markers and or the watercolor pencils. I found this video by Jane Allmark on YouTube that's titled Feels Like Home, Simple Coloring Techniques, and it's an absolutely wonderful card, and I want to thank Jane for publishing that video. Hi, I'm Joan Heberlein, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I created this video for Joan's Simple Papercrafts found right here on YouTube. If you're new here, I want to thank you for stopping by, and if you're a returning guest, welcome back. Be sure to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below. That way you won't miss when I post a video, which is typically once a week. But lately I've been doing videos on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Now give me a few seconds so I can turn the camera down and we can get started. Here's the card that I've cased from Jane Allmark. She did these two color schemes in her demo, and this is one I came up on my own, and I've got another one that I'm going to use that she had came up with the color scheme. So I needed to come up with 4 cards pretty quick because I had to send them out. I've got 2 thank you cards I need, and then 2 welcome to your new home, and I don't know what I'm going to use for sentiment on these 2. Those are going to be the welcome to your new home, but I thought this really would work nice. So we'll get started. And let me just go through the colors. She used cinnamon cider, but I didn't have any cinnamon cider paper. So I've used the terracotta tile, and then the Sahara sands, and the So Saffron for this one. And then this one was So Saffron and Pool Party. And then the Smoky Slate. And this next one was Pale Papaya, and then Soft Succulent, and Misty Moonlight. And I thought those colors turned out rather nice. So the ones we're going to do now is the Blackberry Bliss. That'll be the stamp for the house, and then Fresh Freesia and Highland Heather, and we're going to use the Fresh Freesia for the background paper. So let's get started, and let me get some paper under here. These are, this stamp set is from Saleabration catalog, so it was absolutely free. Those are my favorite ones to work with. So I'm going to start with the Fresh Freesia because I think that is my lightest color. And now what I did is I would stamp off onto the paper first just to make sure that I wasn't putting too much color down. And I think I'm going to have to do that, where I think if you look in Jane's videos, she does the dot right onto the paper first. And I think she had some lighter colors that would work for her to do that. And I'm not brave enough to do that. I did it on one of those, and I had to turn the paper over and start over. Actually, the first one, the one with the cinnamon cider, this one worked tapping it down first because those were soft colors. That one I did that way, but and I'm not picking up a whole lot of color. It's easier to add more color than it is to take it away. The only way I know how to take it away is to turn the paper over and start over. So I'm going to go with the Highland Heather now. And this looks like it's a lot darker, so I'm just going to have to be very light on this one. So I know Jane said in her video the reason she was doing this was a lot of people didn't like to have to do a lot of coloring, and there's a lot of detail in the stamp. So this was one way to add a lot of color to the stamp without taking time to put, you know, detailed coloring. And I like the muted colors. Just does something wonderful for that stamp. I think we're done there. And I'm going to just, before I put my brushes away, I am going to do a little color down in this corner because I'm going to stamp the inside of the card as well. I think I'm going to add a little more fresh freesia. I think that should be good. So let me just close these up before I put my elbow in them. So next we want to get is our Blackberry Bliss out. And I'm just going to stamp this small one first. Let me do this big one first, and then we'll let that dry a little bit before we have to handle it anymore. And I am going to stamp it this way. When you have a large stamp, it's a lot easier to make sure you get the ink down on the whole stamp by stamping it this way versus the other way. There we go. And then I'm just going to put it on this card. I'm just holding it down to get a good impression. And I don't know if you know about these erasers for whiteboards. Those really work to help add more pressure. And since I have weak wrists, I use those a lot. That works really well. And then let me do the next thing we're going to do is this thank you stamp, because we need to have that on here. And I just got some on my fingers, so I'm going to get those off real quick. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside and let that dry. And then we'll do this one next. I just got a little flower plant I'm going to put on the inside of the card. We can close this up as well. And then we're going to get out our Stampin' Scrub so we can clean these off. I'm just getting all the ink off onto the paper. Helps keep the Stampin' Scrub a little bit cleaner. And I don't have to run and clean it as often. A lot of ink on here still. Maybe I should have stamped a couple of cards, more cards using second generation stamps on that. I don't know if you know about second generation. That's when you ink it up and you stamp once. That's one color, and then you stamp the second time. That's your second generation because it's a lighter color. You can even go as many as 3 for most of these stamps colors. Let me get this. All right. So we're going to have to bring this back in here, and we're going to just go around the edge of the cards. That adds another dimension, adds a little more warmth to the card rather than having that white on that white right onto the card directly. And then what I'm going to do off camera is clean the brushes. I just take them and rinse them out, and most of the color will come out. What doesn't come out will just be staining the brushes, and it won't compromise the brush. So now we can glue these down into our card base. Let me get this out of the way first. So I'm going to fold this over. We'll glue it down on the inside, and I'm using our multi-purpose glue, which is in the catalog. Yeah, I know I normally use this fine tip, but since I'm using it just to put the back of the... Well, it turns out I didn't have enough storage on my camera. I forgot to delete last week's videos. I had 2 sets of videos on there yet, and all the clips to make those videos, so a lot of storage space. So I cleared that off, but that doesn't help you. I was talking about the glue. So I'm using the multi-purpose glue from Tombow, and I have this storage tool so that keeps it upright, or actually upside down, and that prevents glue globs because there won't be any air bubbles in there then, and that's what really creates those glue globs coming out. And then I use these fine tip for when I'm doing delicate work. And so since I was just doing the back of cards, I didn't need to use that this time around. So I finished gluing this together off camera, not knowing I was off camera, but we've got this on the inside, and it looks really nice with the edging on there. And then we've got the outside done as well. And so we've got all 4 of those cards. I hope you liked this project as much as I did. As you can see, it would work great with just about any stamp sentiment. Why don't you give it a try? Now, if you've enjoyed today's video, would you do me 2 favors? Click the thumbs up emoji. That means you like it. And would you share it on social media with your crafting friends and pin it to Pinterest? These actions will help me to share my ideas with other crafters for free, and I'd really appreciate that. Be sure to hit the subscribe button below so you won't miss any future videos. And if you have any questions, be sure to contact me. I'm here to help in any way that I can. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Just reach out to me. If you'd like to place a Stampin' Up! Order or would like a catalog, hop over to my website where you'll find the Shop Now button. To shop with me, you'll need to go to joanssimplepapercrafts.stampinup.net. Bear with me a little bit longer because I want to let you know of the promotions going on right now. Experience everything the autumn season has to offer with this month's Paper Pumpkin Kit. Whether you're thinking about crisp red apples or you're ready to carve some spooky jack-o'-lanterns, or both, the Haunts and Harvest Paper Pumpkin Kit is a hands-on crafting experience for all autumn lovers. The kit contains enough supplies to create 12 treat boxes. Offers a versatile autumnal experience with the selection of treat box styles. Take your pick of apple, pumpkin, or jack-o'-lantern treat boxes. The paper pumpkin box is even designed to easily transform into a vintage wheelbarrow to display your harvest. The Haunts and Harvest Paper Pumpkin Kit runs from August 11th through September 10th. The July-December mini catalog is here. Sales run from August 3rd through January 3rd. It's your passport to stunning seasonal projects. It contains all the products you'll need to craft, create, and celebrate during Halloween, Christmas, and more. Are you ready to celebrate? Saleabration is one of our biggest promotions of the year. Are you ready to celebrate? During the celebration, you can earn exclusive products for free. For every $50 you spend, you can add your pick of a celebration product to the cart at no additional cost. Sale runs August 3rd through September 30th. Mark your calendars. I'll be back Monday, September 13th at 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll be doing something fall-like, and I hope you'll be here to join me. Thanks so much for being here with me tonight. I look forward to next time. Bye for now, and don't forget to subscribe.